Hello my royal lovelies, welcome back to the channel, and as always welcome to my home. Today is a special day. It is St George's Day and it is Prince Louis's 6th birthday. So I want to say at the very start of this transmission, shall we say, a very happy 6th birthday to His Royal Highness Prince Louis of Wales. My goodness, where does the time go? Now, when I think back, it only seems like a split second ago that it was Prince Harry's birth announcement coming out. But it also, at the same time, seems quite a long time ago. It's quite weird. And royal fans were speculating last night as to whether or not there would be an official photograph released. So in, recent years, Catherine, as Duchess of Cambridge and now as Princess of Wales, has taken family photographs. We know that there has been a little bit of controversy surrounding recent edited photos, and people were speculating whether we would see a return of birthday photos to kind of celebrate the children's growing up. Now, it is quite important that the British public do get to see their future royal family, their future working royal family, as they grow up. And I know a lot of people, especially from other countries who don't have a monarchy, are kind of, of the opinion, well, why should the public see the children growing up? It's private, it's personal. When you have a monarchy and an unelected hereditary constitutional monarchy, there is a sense of family about it. They are the nation's family, the nation's royal family. And they are almost a physical embodiment of the country. Now, of course, the physical embodiment of the state is in the sovereign, but their family is also kind of included in the public psyche. So to see photographs as the children grow up is something that British people in British life like to see. We may sometimes feign indifference towards the royal family, but deep down, we want to see them grow up, and we want to be able to share those monumentous sort of times in their lives. Birthdays, Christmas, first days at school, first days at university, marriages, and in the end, the eventual passing. So, this is important, and it's great to see a return of the Princess of Wales's photographic skills. So last night, as is customary, usually a photograph is taken, given to the media with an embargo. Normally about 12 o'clock at night, AM, UK time, and then it would be released ready for the morning papers or the sort of morning social media rush. That did not happen last night. So fans were speculating, has Catherine not taken a photo? Are the Waleses not releasing a photo this year? But for some reason, a photograph was released on social media this morning. So we have been treated to a photograph. Now, on social media, they said, "Happy 6th birthday, Prince Louis. Thank you for all the kind wishes today." So if you have sent a warm wish to the palace, either on any social media post or anything, then they are thanking you for that. So the photograph is believed to have been taken within the last few days. This is sort of officially coming out, and was taken in Windsor. So likely to be in the grounds of their Windsor home, Adelaide Cottage. Now, it is a very naturalistic photograph, very sort of simplistic and lovely. I actually really like the composition of it. I'm having a good look at it now. Of course, I'll be popping it on the screen for you guys to see as well. So William and Catherine released the image as a way to thank those who sent good wishes while also protecting their privacy, which I think is it's the right balance. It is the right balance. And, for those for Harry and Meghan, this is the kind of model that they could have followed. All people wanted was just a photograph, on birthdays and Christmas and, those sorts of moments. We didn't want a running commentary. We don't want a 24-hour live stream, my loves. I mean, I'm sure some people would, but I think most people are happy and content with having a photograph on a birthday. So, this photograph is believed to be unedited. Hoorah, hoorah. I'm going to give the unedited picture a green fan flap. It gets a green fan flap from me. Oh, I can't be doing with the accusations of Photoshop. Right, I'm not the best person at picking up inconsistencies in photos. I do it a zoom, and well, I've done a zoom, and I can't see anything at first glance that, you know, springs out as being edited. So all the, you know, the checks, look what we're reduced to. We're reduced to looking at checks on shirts. All the checks seem to line up in the way that you would typically expect with this sort of shirt. Obviously a little bit of misalignment on where the sleeves join the shoulders, but that's normal. I've got a shirt like that. All the fingers seem to be in place. There seems to be legs flailing out behind him, so we have those. We have teeth, we have eyes, and we have hair, all in the correct place. So I don't think this is a spliced together photograph. It's a lovely composition. I'm not mad at the blurring of the background. I think that's fine. Of course, you can get a blurred out background by using different photographic techniques anyway. So there we go. I'm not going to do a forensic analysis of the photo. I'm sure other people will. But what I do want to do is just enjoy the photograph for what it is. It's a lovely photograph showing a very, very happy 6-year-old boy who is going to be, you know, one of our future members of the working royals, we think. So yes, I really, really love it. He seems like he's lying on a blanket on a lawn somewhere. I think probably Adelaide Cottage. Now, I think he looks, in his eyes, I can see a definite, like sometimes I can see Catherine and sometimes I can see William in the eyes. It's really strange. Now, of course, he does look like his maternal grandfather. Definitely. I think he definitely looks more like a Middleton than a Windsor. However, I can definitely see Windsor features coming through. I think the shaped face is very much William. And in the eyes, like I say, the eyes are confusing. I can see the Middletons, I can see the Windsors. It's all very kind of, you know, touch and go at the moment. And it's interesting to see how children develop and grow and who they eventually end up looking like. Anyway, I want to say a really big happy birthday to Prince Louis. Right, back to Meghan. So, what has that woman done now? If you've not heard my original song, Clutch My Pearls, then it's up on the channel, so you'll be able to, you know, listen to that and stream it to your heart's content. Right, what has Meghan done now? Well, Meghan's podcast, the Lemonada one, maybe Lemonada explains all those lemons in the basket. So some of you are saying maybe it's because lemons are cheap. Well, from a cheap woman to a cheap basket is all I've got to say. Anyway, the podcast has hit the skids before it's even got off the ground. So, basically, whatever podcast she's coming up with, I don't know if it will still be called Archetypes or whether it'll be something different. But her new Lemonada version of Archetypes, whatever it will end up being, has been put on ice. It's practically Siberia until next year at least, at the earliest, while she focuses on her lifestyle brand. So this was revealed by Richard Eden. Now, as we know, Spotify executives described Harry and Meghan as F-wording grifters. I'm not going to say the F word on this channel, but effing grifters is what they were described as. And of course, that podcast spectacularly came to a very tumultuous end, severance, if you like. And I was surprised when Lemonada anyone picked them up, to be quite honest, to do another podcast because of the output. They don't really have any creative ideas. The output is very slow and painful, and I don't particularly think that you get much of a return on your investment. Spotify certainly didn't seem to think so, calling them effing grifters. So, Meghan, we see you for what you are, and Harry for that matter. So what makes Lemonada any different? Well, it seems like it's hit the skids because Meghan's obviously coming out with American Riviera Orchard and the brand, and it seems like that is what she's wanting to focus on. Also, I think Lemonada probably don't want a clash. They don't want all the controversy and all the PR to go on American Riviera Orchard instead of the Lemonada podcast. So from their point of view, they've shelved it. Now, what I'm thinking is, how much patience do Lemonada have? If Meghan is going to keep on, you know, first we start with jam, then what will it be? Baby food? I don't know. I mean, I certainly wouldn't feed any baby I had with Meghan's jam or food or anything. But anyway, what I'm trying to say is Meghan's brand could, you know, continually produce products. Not that I think many people will want to buy them, but I think over the next year or so, she'll be trying to cast her net, her little net, her fishing rod will be cast, trying to see, or like a plate of spaghetti, she'll be flinging it at the wall and trying to see what sticks. So if Lemonada think that it's just going to be jam, or if anyone thinks it's just going to be jam, I think we're going to be, you know, sorely, we're going to wish it was just jam, because I think she's going to bombard us with lots of products. Anyway, to see what sticks. So I think Lemonada, if they're putting off until she stopped releasing products, I think they're going to have a bit of a wait. What I actually think is I'm seeing the first signs of breakdown in relationships. I am seeing the cooling or the releasing of the Lemonada gas, if you like, from the Archetypes can. And I think it is sizzling out. I've always said 2024 is going to be the year where Harry and Meghan try lots of things to see what works. And then 2025 will be the undoing. That is what we are going to see here. We're not going to see anything podcast-wise until 2025, if anything at all. Lemonada are going to have to do the legwork in all of this, because trying to get those grifters to produce anything other than a turd is, and even that's at a push. She's probably constipated as it is. Anally retentive is what they say. Then, yeah, they're going to be waiting a very, very long time. So for those people who were saying that Netflix might not have an involvement with the production of her cooking show and Harry's polo show, Netflix has actually said the show would celebrate the joys of cooking and gardening, entertaining and friendship about Meghan's show. So Netflix is most definitely heavily involved in it. And it wouldn't surprise me if Netflix weren't actually the ones doing all the work, and that Archwell, you know, the Archwell Productions, whatever it is literally just putting their name to it, because I don't think Harry and Meghan could produce anything, to be quite honest, which kind of leads me to staff. So there has been some staff changes for Harry and Meghan with 2 new PR people. So as we know, Harry and Meghan are absolutely abysmal and have failed spectacularly at their own PR. They wouldn't know good PR if it hit them in the face. And they've gone through so many different staff over the years. I'm not holding out much hope for these 2. They have got their work cut out for them. If they can turn around the PR fortunes of Harry and Meghan, then, you know, they deserve an OBE. Let's put it that way. So we've got Charlie Gibson, who has led campaigns for Haribo. Meghan's Fruity Ring. Can you? Oh my goodness. And then former United Talent Agency ace, Kyle Boulier. These are not my words. Kyle Boulier has joined their LA-based team. So we've got one based in the US, we've got one based in the UK. They've both got their work cut out for them. It's a thankless task, and I really don't think it's going to do... Well, when I say PR, what I actually mean is communications executives. Well, it all feeds into the same thing, doesn't it? If you don't have good communication, then you don't have good PR. But of course, Harry and Meghan shot themselves in the foot years ago, in the feet, when they said that they were only going to deal with certain, you know, publications, that they wouldn't talk to British tabloids, they were being all hoity-toity. And, you know, it turns out that actually what you do need is good communication with all the different publications or online media or influencers or whatever it might be, or else, you know, you run the risk of being slagged left, right and centre, which Harry and Meghan have been. So, I just think it's going to be a completely thankless task. So Gibson and Boulier have reportedly been hired in the place of their former communications executives. Gibson will be based in the UK, joins the office, blah, blah, blah. He led PR campaigns for a variety of clients, including beloved candy maker Haribo. Well, I can just see Meghan with her bag of sweets. Can't you? Lemon sweets, strawberry sweets. I'm sure they'll be selling Haribo on American Riviera Orchard very, very soon. Anyway, I'm not really bothered about who they are. They have got a thankless task because I give them 6 to 12 months and they'll be gone. Now, for a little bit of news that came out last week, but I haven't spoken about it here on the channel. Former Meghan Markle and Prince Harry aide has broken her silence on those bullying allegations. So, of course, I'm talking about Samantha Cohen, who worked with Harry and Meghan. So, for the first time, she has spoken out, but she hasn't really given much details, but it's the first time she's spoken about anything at all. And she said, I was only supposed to stay for 6 months, but stayed for 18. We couldn't find a replacement for me. No, because nobody wanted to work with Harry and Meghan. And when we did, we took them on tour to Africa with Harry and Meghan to show them the ropes, but they left or quit as well whilst in Africa. Oh my goodness, that is shocking. So basically, they took the candidate or the new employee to Africa, and then they saw how Harry and Meghan operated and made the choice on the spot to say, no, I'm not working with them. That is absolutely, it just reveals so much about the way that Harry and Meghan operate. They must have behaved like absolute monsters for someone to turn around and not even give the job an actual try. Can you imagine how bad Harry and Meghan must have been, or Meghan in particular? I can imagine her being an absolute beast. Never mind being in Africa. They should have left Meghan with a herd of raging rhinoceros. Maybe she'd have fitted in a little bit better somewhere in the savannah. I don't know. But anyway, I just think it's just so revealing. And I would expect Sam Cohen to open up a little bit more. I think what we're going to be seeing is the floodlights opening, the floodgates opening, and the floodlights shining a spotlight on Meghan's monstrous bullying behaviour. Meghan, we see you, and I'm going to give you a couple of zaps for that one, because we know that you're just a big bully. And that's why you cannot retain staff, which is why I give those new guys just 6 to 12 months, because nobody can stand working with Harry and Meghan. And when it gets to that point, don't you think Harry and Meghan should be asking themselves, you know, if all of our staff keep walking out, then perhaps the problem isn't with them, perhaps the problem is with us. But no. It's always somebody else's fault. There's always someone else to blame. It's never Harry and Meghan's fault. Right, I'm going to go now. But I'm going to talk about the jewels first. So I know a lot of you are really liking the way that I'm layering my pearls. So yes, we have my grandmother's pearls. They wore them at different times in their lives, so I love those. This is not a real replica. It's a kind of amethyst surrounded by diamonds that I bought online. So that's just one that because I didn't have one that colour. So it's not red, it's amethyst. This obviously is my favourite ring, my aquamarine Princess Diana replica. Love that one. We have the Jardine Star brooch, and we have one of Queen Victoria's bow brooches, diamonds. And of course we have the Girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara, supposed to be one of the late Queen Mary's favourite tiaras, because it's quite statuesque but lightweight. And I can concur, even the replica is quite lightweight and easy to wear compared to some of the others that are a little bit heavier. So I'm with you, Queen Mary, and I'm almost getting a little bit like Queen Mary. Someone said maybe you should have the pearls layered so it almost forms a breastplate. Maybe I should. So I'm going to have a pearl amnesty. If you have got any pearls that you don't want anymore, in particular real ones, send them my way. I will wear them. Anyway, thank you for watching. And of course, I will be making more royal videos this week, so stay tuned. Right, thank you for watching. If you've enjoyed, please give it a big old thumbs up. Don't forget to share on social media, and of course do hit that bell so that you know whenever I upload a new video. So from me, mwah, to you all, and goodbye.
Touch my pearls on my range. Touch my pearls, she's deranged. Touch my pearls, what has that woman done now? Touch my pearls on my range. Touch my pearls. Moon bumps dropping to the floor.